recently picked up this beautiful Erma KGP 68A, also known as the Baby Lugar. It's chambered in 380 or 9mm Kurtz, and you know the rules. When I get a new gun, I make a holster for it. Now, I don't really have the hardware for the belt clips, so I'm just going to repurpose this belt I made for another holster, which I have a different holster for it now. I still have a Kydex one, so I do not need this one. So I'm going to saran wrap this baby up and we'll make a holster. Not 100% sure on how this will go because most of it's in the back. There's not much room for up to here, but hey, I'm still going to give it a try. So I got it all nice and wrapped up to protect the finish and everything. And we got the leather nice and soaked, so let's get started. So yeah, there it is. It's kind of hard to see because the lighting's a little bit fucked up. A little bit easier to see. That's that for now. So I'll let it sit overnight. Hopefully it comes out nicely. So the form is pretty decently set at this point, so I feel comfortable taking this out. We'll leave it in this position overnight. So it can fully dry out, then I will paint the edge before stitching it onto a piece of leather. That's that. It's pretty straightforward for, especially with something with such simple design as that. Wet forming is fun. So it sat overnight, so nice and rock hard. Crazy. So let's paint up the edge, or at least start painting the edge. Or actually, I'm probably gonna trim off some of this excess and then start painting. First layer down. Now I gotta back this up in the suede and black. I think I'm probably just gonna go with the suede. So I didn't record the process, sadly, but I trimmed up this back piece so it would fit pretty well with the exterior piece. Put some glue down around the edges, and now we're setting it in place. So we're getting close to the final stages. Just gotta punch and stitch this, trim it up, and then paint the edges, edge paint. So it's a protective and just honestly makes it look a lot nicer. Yeah, another step though. So I didn't video the stitching because I did the stitching on the bus to work today, but before I trim it off completely, just got this side trimmed down. So it's a nice slim profile right up to the edge of the threads. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish up trimming up this side, then sand the edges down. So let's see if I can show you. It's a little rough on that corner. You can see there's some straight lines from the cuts. But get it sanded down, do a primer layer of paint, finish cutting it down, get to the paint, and then stitch it onto the belt. And that's that. Awesome. It is coming along smoothly, but now it is time to sand the edges. And we'll start applying that primer coat. Alright, I think I might have not recorded the post-sanding, but look at those corners. Nice and smooth lines. Got that first layer of primer down. Maybe in a couple hours, sand it down because it's nice to sand down the primer once it's fully set. And then I'll get to painting. Oh, painting black. Second set of paint or primer is set for about 24 hours at this point. So, as you can see, it's pretty damn smooth. And get this sanded down, so it's a nice and even layer. first layer of black on. Alright, so I'm about halfway done. And you can see it's nice and smooth. No high points, no low points. As you can see here, still a little bit of low point. Yeah, about halfway done. And that is that. Just one low spot that I can't quite get, but it's okay. Time to start painting in the black. So, we've got it done and painted. Not perfect, but yeah, this black paint is fighting me. You see it's kind of like thickened up in a certain section, but it is what it is. I'm happy with it. It's time for me to glue it onto the belt and finish it up so I can actually run it. And that is that. Holster is all done. This beautiful Christian Dior hardware and beautiful baby Lugar. It's a nice belt hardware.